Rachel Zegler was on track to become one of Hollywood's biggest stars. She had the roles, the spotlight, and a future filled with opportunity. But almost overnight, everything changed. Controversy hit hard, from social media arguments to political backlash. Suddenly, the star of Disney's Snow White remake was at the center of a public storm, and rumors started flying that she might even sue the very studio that helped launch her career. Fans were left wondering, what went wrong? This is the story of rising fame, free speech, and what happens when Hollywood and the internet turns against you. Most actors dream of landing a role like Rachel Zegler's. She was chosen to play Snow White, one of Disney's most iconic princesses. Industry insiders said this would be her big break, one that would lead to more roles in major studios like Paramount and Lionsgate. It looked like nothing could stop her rise. But being a Disney princess came with pressure. Every interview and social media post she made drew attention. Not always the good kind. Instead of focusing on the movie, people focused on what she said. Some of her comments didn't sit well with fans, and criticism started to build. The dream role that was supposed to launch her career quickly turned into something much more complicated and much more dangerous for her future in Hollywood. The Snow White remake was supposed to bring in fans and big profits, but early previews didn't impress. Instead of excitement, people were talking about Rachel's interviews. Some of her comments upset certain political groups, especially supporters of a former US president. Whether she meant to offend or not, her words caused a major backlash online. Soon, people weren't talking about the movie at all. They were talking about politics. Predictions for the movie's box office took a nosedive. Experts said it might not even make back what Disney spent to create it, but the movie's problems were just one part of the story. Rachel's personal political posts were about to cause even more drama. As the Snow White remake struggled, rumors began to spread. People said Rachel was being quietly dropped from other movies by studios like Disney, Sony, and Lionsgate. These were the same studios that had once seen her as their next big star. But could they do that legally? Hollywood contracts often have morals clauses, meaning if an actor's actions hurt a studio's image, they can cancel the deal. But Rachel didn't break the law. She shared her opinions. Her team might argue that she was simply using her right to free speech. If she took it to court, it could become a huge case, not just for her, but for other actors who want to speak their minds. One post in particular lit a fire. Rachel publicly supported Palestine during a global conflict. Some praised her for standing up for a cause. Others accused her of being involved in a sensitive political issue she should have avoided. She wasn't the first actor to face backlash for this. Actress Melissa Barrera had also been dropped from a movie after posting something similar. That raised serious questions. Why were actors punished for supporting one side, but not the other? Rachel's post became bigger than her. It started a massive debate about Hollywood, free speech, and how much control studios have over their stars. While Rachel was under fire, other actors were speaking their minds without any consequences. Gadot, her Snow White co-star, openly supports Israel but faced little backlash. Florence Pugh mentioned Palestine but still has her Marvel role. To many people, this looked like a double standard. Some views were allowed, while others were punished. Fans pointed out that Hollywood seemed to only support free speech when it was convenient. As Snow White continued to flop at the box office, more and more blame was pointed at Rachel. But then something else happened, something that made the fire burn even hotter. Jonah Platt, son of Snow White's producer, posted a strong comment online. He criticized Rachel for bringing politics into the film's spotlight. He even called her behavior narcissistic. Fans were furious. Jonah deleted the comment, but screenshots spread everywhere. To Rachel's supporters, it proved what they suspected. Hollywood wanted her to stay quiet. But critics believed Jonah had a point. Her public statements might have hurt the movie and affected hundreds of people who worked on it. Behind the scenes, talk of a lawsuit started to grow louder. Some began to wonder, could Rachel Zegler sue Disney? It wouldn't be the first time. Gina Carano had done something similar. If Rachel could show that she lost jobs simply for expressing her beliefs, she might have a case. Winning could change everything. It would show that studios can't punish actors for sharing political opinions. But taking on a giant like Disney is risky. Lawsuits are expensive, take years, and can scare off future employers. Still, the issue now wasn't just about Rachel's career. It was about every actor's right to speak out without fear of losing work. Something unexpected happened. Even people who didn't like Rachel before started to support her. They didn't all agree with her opinions, but they believed she had the right to speak her mind. In their eyes, she wasn't just an actress anymore. She had become a symbol of standing up for what you believe in. Of course, support from the internet doesn't always lead to more movie roles. Hollywood is powerful, and many believe she's at risk of being blacklisted. But now, Rachel isn't just known for Snow White. She's known for taking a stand. Rachel Zegler's rise and fall shows just how fast things can change in Hollywood. One day, you're the next big star. The next, you're fighting for your career and your voice. Some people think actors should stay silent on political issues to protect big movie deals. Others say that's not fair. Everyone should be allowed to speak up, even if it makes people uncomfortable. Rachel's story leaves us with one big question. How much control should Hollywood have over what its stars say? And maybe, just maybe, the answer will come in a courtroom. Rachel Zegler's story is more than just headlines and controversy. It's a reminder of how fame, politics, and freedom of speech are deeply connected in today's world. Whether you agree with her or not, one thing is clear. She refused to stay silent even when the cost was high. Will she make a comeback? Will she take on Hollywood in court? Or will her voice be remembered as the one that challenged the system? Only time will tell. If you found this story interesting, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives into the untold truths behind Hollywood's biggest headlines. And let us know, do you think Rachel Zegler was treated fairly? We're reading every comment. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.